Hey gang, so we are going to continue working in our theme this week, Nature's Fury. And last week we read a couple articles in here and we worked on, reading, but also really paying attention to the graphics and other information other than the story. These things give us details about the main idea. So always make sure to read the captions and look at the pictures. Same with this one. So now we are going to read earthquakes. This is mentor text number 3. And we are going to continue to work on, paying attention to the maps, graphic features, and captions. So I would like to read those actually. So look at this picture. You can see this man here and he's looking out at this beautiful mountainous scene. We have an earthquake that has happened, so you can see the damage. Here is a map of the world and it shows different Earth's tectonic plates. So the white lines are boundaries of each plate. And then here's just a little graphic tectonic plate. So when one goes that way, one goes this way. Most earthquakes occur along the border boundaries of Earth's tectonic plates. So you can kind of see when an earthquake happens, one goes this way, one goes that way. And then these would be the boundaries. Like this one is one plate, and then here's a different one. So this would be the boundary of the two. Okay, this is one down here. So wherever they border would be a boundary. Okay. So continuing to look at graphic features, we're also going to try and create mental images. As you read, it's really important to try and picture things in your mind. It can help you understand the details, but it can also help you to remember and sometimes maybe even relate to things. So we like to create mental images, picturing events and processes in your mind to help understand ideas in nonfiction text. It helps us in 3 ways. Finding sense words such as rough, smooth, sweet, salty, red, colors, feelings, things like that. Paying attention to movement words like rise, slide, grow, sink, fall, increase, things like that. And then order words. And you guys are pretty good about that. Order words can really help you understand when you read, but also when you write. It helps you to understand when you are writing details. So order words such as first, then, before, until, then, finally. I mean, there's lots of them. So I'm going to read this, and then we're going to come back and just kind of review some of these in this article. Okay, so this is Earthquakes by Kathy Fergang. An earthquake is a sudden movement or shift of Earth's crust. This thin outer layer is made of many interlocking pieces called tectonic plates. These plates float on a subterranean layer of hot molten rock. They move as slowly as fingernails grow. As they move, they rub against one another, building up stored energy and pressure. When these plates shift or collide at their boundaries, an earthquake can happen. Earth's surface rumbles as the energy is released. Every day, an average of 50 earthquakes occur on Earth's surface. I bet you didn't know that. I didn't. The movement of Earth's tectonic plates reshape its landscape by building landforms, such as mountains and valleys. As plates move apart, valleys, rivers, and even oceans can form. The Himalayan mountain range in Asia, for example, was formed when the Indo-Australian and Eurasian plates came together. The plates collided and pushed upward, slowly forming the mountain range over the last 10 million years. Earthquakes can cause serious damage. However, they are a natural part of our beautiful and ever-changing planet's life. Okay, so I just wanted to go through and find some of these words. So in the first paragraph, let's see if we can find some. An earthquake is a sudden movement or shift of Earth's crust. This thin outer layer, I would say this thin outer layer kind of helps us to picture that, is made of many interlocking pieces called in tectonic plates. Interlocking. You interlock your fingers, okay? So many interlocking pieces called tectonic plates. These plates float on a subterranean layer of hot molten rock. It's kind of a good visual. They move as slowly as fingernails grow. So do you think we can see those plates moving? Probably not, because they're moving so slowly. As they move, they rub against one another, build up stored energy and pressure. When the plates shift or collide at their boundaries, an earthquake can happen. Earth's surface rumbles as energy is released. Okay, so it kind of gives us a mental picture of what's happening from kind of the beginning to the end. Let's see up here, every day an average of 50. That's kind of a good piece of just good detail. Movement of Earth's tectonic plates reshape its landscape by building landforms such as mountains and valleys. As plates move apart, valleys, rivers, and even oceans can form. The Himalayan mountain range in Asia was formed when the so down in here, these right here, that's where those would be. The plates collided, pushed upward, slowly forming the mountains, pushed upward, slowly forming the mountain range over the last 10 million years. Earthquakes can cause serious damage, as we probably know just from our experiences, seeing things on TV, hopefully. However, they are a natural part of our beautiful and ever-changing planet's life. Okay, so today I'm going to have you do an assignment, and I want you to try and use these things, creating the mental images to understand details about the main idea. So kind of pay attention to our sense words, the movement words, and order words. Okay, so in today's schedule, okay, you're going to watch this lesson. I'm going to insert that here when I'm done. I want you to go pick one book in benchmark assignments, and I have them right here. I have given, now this is benchmark. So if you go into your assignments, avalanche, mountain climber, natural disasters, and waterfalls. Now I know a few of you have already read avalanche from last week. You can do that one again. That is just fine. But I want you to either read it on your own or you can do the read aloud. So when you open it up, whoops, sorry, my view is different than yours. When you open that up, you can choose at the top to have it read aloud, or you can just read it on your own. Okay, and then in the back of each book, on the second to the last page, there are questions I'd like you to answer. So answer all the questions on the second to the last page of each book, and you can either do it in a Google Doc. And if you do that, let's say that you read natural disasters. So on the top of the Google Doc, title it natural disasters, and then just enter and do question number 1, question number 2, question number 3, and so on. There's, I don't know, 6 to 8 questions maybe. And I don't care which one you read. I think, let me think. Avalanche. I think it only has 3 sections, or 2 maybe, but these 3 all have 3 sections. So it'll be like text number 1, text number 2, text number 3, and then the questions. So use these strategies and the strategies from last week, really paying close attention to the graphic features and captions to answer those questions. and then send them to me either in a Gmail or on Seesaw. I really don't care. Some of you have, like your parents have been taking a picture of it, sending it to me in a text. That's fine too. Okay, so then there's a word study and a journaling thing. I want you to journal a little bit about the Sorcerer's Stone, because we're getting to the good information about, or the kind of the best part, getting close to the climax of the story. And then I have chapter 14 there. And then there's a little follow-up math from yesterday. And just keep working on the second egg drop design challenge. Okay, hopefully you're working on that. You can use any materials you want. You can glue things onto it. I don't care. But don't drop 10 eggs, guys. Just do 1 egg in your final drop, because eggs are kind of expensive right now, and I don't want you going through a whole dozen. So if you have any questions, let me know.